Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Mod Driven. The new car buying process has changed forever, I believe. You know, I'm in the market right now, looking for a new car. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. For this channel, that's right, our beloved Honda, my beloved Honda, 6-speed manual has got to go. It's just YouTube life, really. I mean, you have to keep moving vehicles in and out to stay fresh for new content. And I'm all about that anyway. I've had over 70 vehicles, I think, in my lifetime. So I'm very familiar with trading vehicles frequently. So anyway, I'm in the market. I decided that I'm going to buy this car, right? And it is the Prius, the new Prius, which, by the way, I think is absolutely awesome. Love everything I've heard about it. I haven't heard a bad review about it. So it's time for me. I loved it when I first saw it. I decided to pull the trigger. So I got on the web and I started looking around at my local dealers, you know, for stock. This thing came out in January, I believe, this year, 2023. Just in case, you know, you're watching this like 10 years from now or something. So anyway, it comes out in January. We're now in June, 6 months into the new model, if you will. So I thought for sure they're going to have some kind of inventory. I mean, it's 6 months in, right? Well, I was wrong. I pull up two of the local dealerships and they showed, I think, 3 Priuses or Prii or Priusi or whatever the plural is. They showed 3 of them, sale pending, in transit. So that not only are they sale pending, meaning somebody else has got money down or at least their name on them somehow, you can't even go look at one because they're not even on the lots. So then I get a hold of another dealer and they actually show 1 sale pending. So I sent a message. You know, they always have that message screen that pops up. So I sent a message asking them, hey, you know, do you have any Priuses, Prii coming? Or what's going on? And he said they do have 1 more coming. 1 more is in transit, he says, and not spoken for. In other words, there's no sale pending on it right now. It wasn't even on their website yet. So I'm like, well, that's great. It was the trim level that I wanted. The only thing, it had one option missing that I did want, and that would have been the bigger infotainment screen. But since it's my first Prius ever, I thought, you know, we'll find out. I'll get one. If I like it, well, then maybe down the road I'll trade it in for another level up or something and get that option. So I put down my deposit. Deposit here was $500. Now, as I always tell people to make sure, and I did this myself, make sure that that deposit is fully refundable. In other words, if you just get up one day and think, I don't want this car anymore, that you just drop a note to the dealer and you get your money refunded, right? So that's what I did. I put down $500. I was told that this car would be here by the end of June. Right now it is June, I don't know what it is, 22nd, 23rd, something like that. Obviously, in the past, this video will air a few days after this. So anyway, put my deposit down, supposed to be in by the end of June. And then after we had the whole deal finalized, contingent for price-wise, based on the amount that I'm going to get out of the Honda, of course, because I haven't taken it in yet. I just sent pictures, gave the VIN number, you know, all that stuff. I was told there is a campaign right now against my Toyota Prius. Now, what that means is that I can't buy it yet because it's missing something. And that something could be anything. It could be floor mats. It could be that little cover in the back that hides everything when you're looking in the hatch. It could be anything, who knows. Nonetheless, there is a campaign, and that means a bird just flew right in front of my truck. Well, that's not what that means. What that means is I can't get it yet. I'm waiting. But it's not supposed to be until the end of June anyway. So hopefully they will settle whatever it is that's missing in not too long. I only have about, 8 days, 7-8 days left before it's the end of June anyway. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it shows up. Now, the Prius is built in Japan. That means that it has to ship from Japan. Now, I'm hoping that whatever this campaign is, that means it's already here in the U.S. In other words, it's already shipped. It's at a holding facility, which, if you didn't know, that's what all the manufacturers do. It's at a holding facility somewhere waiting for this extra option. That's what I'm hoping. So we shall see. Otherwise, it's 4 to 6 weeks on the water from Japan, I believe. I could be wrong. But anyway, it would add time to delivery of it, and I could be looking more into July, even potentially August for this car, which is very frustrating. You know, I said in the beginning the process has changed. Remember the days when you used to be able to go to a lot, they had a whole row of vehicles, different options, different trim levels, colors, all kinds of things. You could kind of pick and choose what you wanted. No longer can you do that. Today, you have to find something that's, unless you get really lucky, you have to find something that's coming in on allocation. In other words, it's earmarked for your dealer or a dealer that you're dealing with. Put down a deposit and then wait for it to show up. Problems with that are that you don't get it quickly. You may not get all the options that you want on it. And certainly, like this Toyota Prius possibly, there could be shipping delays because something happens. Who knows? It's not any fun. Now, the good part about it, you do all the dealing really over the phone. You don't have to go in and sit for hours at the dealership. I mean, you can still do that. But when they're selling you a vehicle that they don't even have, I don't really see any reason to do that. There's no difference in doing it over the phone or over the internet and not having to go spend that time at the dealership because you can't actually see the car. Now, I know there's some folks out there that want that face-to-face interaction. I'm not one of them. I'd rather do it all over emails or texts or whatever, because then I have written record of what was said, what I'm getting, what the pricing is, and particularly the deposit. If you're going to put down a deposit, it's good to have it in writing where it states that it's fully refundable, as I've already mentioned. I like it. I like it this way. I'm all for the current process, but it definitely has changed from what it used to be. You can't even drive them first anymore, although you can drive it once it finally does come in before you throw away your money on that brand new car. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Have you been in the market? Have you found that it's a whole new process now? And what do you think of it? Do you like it? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.